Hi people who like to read books and series of books. Today I'm doing a review on a book, as I said in a previous video, I was really excited about. It came out on the 6th of December and it's called Head Rush, and it's the third book in the Disillusionists series, or the Justine Jones books by Carolyn Crane. And I was in love with the first two books, and the link to the review on those is down below. But yeah, I thought the first two books were amazing, and I hear actually that the rights have been sold for a TV show. I'm always wary about when books I love, might be turned into movies or TV shows. It could be good. But yeah, so I loved the first two, and I was really looking forward to the third one. And I'm just going to do a quick spoiler-free review first, for those who haven't read it yet. But I was a little disappointed with this one. I read the first half of the book, and I don't know why, I took a little break, and I wasn't really happy with the first half. Like, it was good, compared to a lot of books out there, it was good. But so anyway, I went back and I read the second half, and the second half was brilliant. It was kind of like back to the same quality as the other two books. So the reason really the first half was disappointing was because there was no new story. So there's no new storyline in this book. And I really feel the author should have brought in something new. And all the first half of the book was Justine, she's still with Otto and she's been revised, so she can't remember Packer didn't kill Avery, it was really Otto. And so the whole first half of the book is her just kind of like, noticing these like holes in her memory, or noticing her friends having these like odd like looks between themselves, or she's having like strange emotions, like every time Otto takes a gun out of his pocket she kind of, not every time Otto goes put his hand in his pocket she flinches. And yeah, so she's all these kind of like stirring emotions, and she doesn't really know where it's coming from. And yeah, so her now when she's told she's been revised, she's just so reluctant to believe it. You want to slap her across the face. She needed to get her act together, and I got sick of Justine after a while. Like, usually I liked her, but she just got too whiny, and I just wanted her to kind of like, believe what everyone's trying to tell her. And for ages she just would not. And so yeah, so the first half kind of bugged me that way, because it was just too slow moving and nothing new was happening. But then the second half, it geared up a bit and it got a bit faster pace, and it was just really good, and all the little moments you're waiting for it to happen kind of happened. And it had a really good ending. It had a nice, I suppose, nice satisfying ending, and by the end of it I was pleased. So I do think it was the third best in the series. But I did enjoy it by the very end, and I'm excited to hear that in the springtime apparently Carolyn Crane is doing kind of like a novella from Simon's point of view. I don't know what it's going to be about or anything. But if you sign up to her newsletter, apparently people sign up to her newsletter will get it for free, so sign up now if you want to get that story. So yeah, it was a good book. Not as great as the first two, but it was really good, so I do recommend it. Yep, so that's my spoiler-free review, and I'm going to do a review, obviously containing spoilers, so if you don't want to know what they are, please switch off now. Okay, so there were a few problems with this book. Number one, underuse of characters. So Simon being one. I loved the first chapter, and I was always intrigued with Simon and Justine's relationship. Like the third book, and I loved their relationship in the first chapter, and they were kind of had this like brother sister fighting relationship, but you could tell they were good friends. And like, it was kind of sad when Justine said she thinks she's actually his only friend. And he's trying to help her get the car back, and she wanted to be a bridesmaid, and I thought it was really, really sweet. And then he's gone for the rest of the book, and he comes back into it near the end. But she says a really nice line to him, when she thinks she's going to die, and she's like, you mean a lot to me, your friendship means a lot to me. And so the beginning and the end were really nice, but there was nothing in between to show that. And even though she said that to Simon, all we kind of really get from her point of view is how much she kind of complains about him. So I wish we kind of saw more evidence of that, you know, close relationship, because I really enjoy that. Maybe in Simon's point of view novella, we will see a bit more of that, and that would be really nice. Carter is another character who was just totally unused. I think he had about one line in the whole book. Fault number 2, which as I said was the lack of new story. It was just kind of like everything from the second book rehashed and all the loose ends kind of tied up. And obviously the last book in the trilogy kind of needs that. But something new as well could have been brought in, I think. That scene where Justine is following Shelby, and it starts from when she leaves the hotel, goes to the 7th floor, leaves the hotel again, and follows her to the Tangle Lands, or whatever it's called. That scene was so bloody long. It should have been edited. We didn't need to know every step Justine took. Yeah, that scene went on a bit long. And I realised too, in this series, it comes really close to like the line of being cheesy. Like, it doesn't go over the line. It doesn't even really tip the line, but it gets really close to being cheesy. And maybe not even with the whole Packard and Justine thing. I kind of felt that way when you know, Otto was dying and him and Packard had their whole, oh, you were great, oh no, you were great. That was a little bit of a cheesy ending. But, I mean, despite all those faults, it was a good book, really good book overall. And I did love the second half. Like, the Justine and Packard scene when they went back to the restaurant was so, like, just, you know, a pleasure to read, and it was sweet. And, you know, Packard, he is such a great character, actually, the more you read about him. And, yeah, and then the two of them together are just great. As I said, I like Simon and Justine's relationship, and even Shelby and Justine's relationship. Her dad is quite cool too. I liked her dad. Otto, I just got really annoyed with Otto. You should hear his voice in the audio version. Oh no, Packard's voice. It's funny. And the wedding scene, all that was really exciting, and Justine finding out that she's going to die. I thought that was a great twist, and you know, really built you up for the end. And I was really excited reading that, and you know, her getting shot. As I said, they could have dragged that out a little bit more. It felt a little bit rushed, but I mean, it was a great scene, and they got married in the end, which was great. And I really hope actually we see Packard and Justine and that little Simon as well. That would be great. Simon and Fauna, you can tell there's going to be something there, can't you? What else? I think they're the main points. But it was nice to see all our characters, you know, all their problems tied up, and you know, it got exciting and actiony towards the end, and the pace picked up. And yeah, it's just, this series, you know, it's unique, and like, despite Justine being kind of an annoying character at the beginning, the author definitely manages to create a character where you understand everything she feels, and she takes you through that whole emotional roller coaster, and you kind of understand her reasoning for everything, and that's really good, and that's a good achievement by the author. But yeah, I do recommend it, and if you're a fan of the series, let me know, and let me know what you think about it. Thank you very much for watching my review today.